For millions of internet users across Africa, AI tools like Chat GPT or even Google Translate are simply useless because they don't support their local language. But there are solutions out there, and they're among the topics that were discussed at this year's Global Media Forum hosted by DW in the German city of Bonn. It's an event where journalists and content creators from around the world come together to talk about issues from censorship and democracy to media trends and challenges. Asmelash Teka Hadgu was a speaker at this year's Global Media Forum. He is the co-founder of a Berlin-based startup that is developing machine translation products for Ethiopian languages. Welcome to DW News Africa, Asmelash. So you took part in a conversation about inequality within artificial intelligence. The premise was that rich countries are enjoying most of the benefits of the technology while developing countries face challenges. Why is that?
Yeah, that's a great question. So if we look at the range of applications that AI is touching on these days, it's pretty much everywhere. One that excites me the most is the internet in particular, or the web. And if you look at search engines or social media sites, they're increasingly powered by AI systems. We may not notice it, but when we type in keywords, we're looking for information, there's a little AI that's just doing, various tasks in the background. And unfortunately, and as you described it well in the question, it's a handful of languages that get served by this technology these days. The languages that happen to be from, developing countries, such as language in Africa, are hugely underserved. And the reason is because the companies behind, these AI technologies are a handful of multinational corporations that are based out of Silicon Valley. And so for them, they're not priorities. And so these languages and the AI that supports them gets left behind.
Understood. So we're seeing the sort of language bias, which you, in a sense, are trying to reverse with the startup that you've co-founded. You're working with artificial intelligence. Tell us about the aim of the product that you're developing and who exactly you're targeting as the market.
Absolutely. So we are Lisan AI, and at Lisan, we've built the most advanced machine translation systems for language, starting with my native language of Tigrinya and Amharic, and we're soon adding more languages. And our mission has been to make the web accessible for millions of people in their native language. The aim is really, as I say, the internet touches a multitude of our lives, and by creating machine translation and other related technologies, we hope to make the web accessible for people who wouldn't enjoy the benefits of the web otherwise.
Right. I know you're particularly with your startup working in the educational space. Could you speak a little bit more about the possibilities that AI offers us, particularly as it pertains to the education space?
Absolutely. I might say education was so close to heart when I got started with Lisan. And if I may share like a small personal anecdote or story, as soon as we developed our machine translation system, so English to Tigrinya was really, Lisan was the first in the world, really. And the first organization we reached out to was Wikipedia, because Wikipedia contains the world's information, as they put in their tagline. Unfortunately, they didn't want to collaborate with Lisan. So we didn't have like a tight integration of our system with Wikipedia. But I think this is an exciting area where we would like to support content creators in education to be supported with AI tools such as translation and automatic speech recognition.
Well, that's an incredible story. And it's been really good talking to you, Asmelash. That's Asmelash Teka Hadgu talking to us there. We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for having me.